I was very pleased with the way our guys responded in practice the last 2 days, and then I thought defensively we did a good job playing with discipline for usually long possessions. Washington State was very patient. We had to defend a lot of screening action, and I thought our guys stayed locked in pretty well. Offensively, I thought Shaq, Jermaine, and Jahi all did a nice job of creating penetration for us. And obviously Jermaine got hot from the field like he did a couple weeks ago against Texas Tech. And obviously, you know, when you're making shots, you know, a lot of things look and feel better. You know, the one thing that really hurt us was our turnovers in the first half. We were much better in the second half. I think the split was 11-3. 11 the first half, 3 the second. And that certainly helped fuel their comeback in the first half after we had opened it up to 11. Any questions, please?
How nice is it to have an extra weapon like that when a guy like Jermaine gets hot and you know he's got going?
Yeah, I mean, you need some guys, you know, maybe 3 guys at minimum who can consistently score. And Jermaine is one of those guys for us. It's great if you have more, you know, if you have enough balance where you could consistently get 5 guys in double figures, you're that much more difficult to defend. But Jermaine, throughout his career, has demonstrated the ability to score. He finds ways to get buckets. And when he's doing that, our team, you know, without, you know, showing off the obvious here, we're a lot better.
Did he have better shots, do you think, Herb, tonight? Was he getting better
He did have better shots today. I think our whole team had much better shots. To take worse shots might not be possible, though, that we took on Thursday night. We took shots on Thursday night that a bold person wouldn't take in a game of horse. We counted 16 ill-advised shots by our team. And I've seen some great horse games at family picnics through the years. Trick shots and shots under the influence. And they wouldn't even rival some of the shots that our team took Thursday night.
So you said they weren't very good shots.
They weren't very good shots. Did I say that?
Very well.
So did it just start with just simple making the extra pass? Is that what?
I thought, you know, after I was an ogre for the last couple of days on the subject, I thought, especially to start the game, our guys were really trying to play the way we had all season. You know, you guys know, game after game, that's probably been the one thing I've praised this team more for than any other thing. And then, inexplicably, Thursday, we lost our identity, and we didn't do that. And I thought they really tried, you know, when we started the game this afternoon, you know, to do that. And so that made me feel a little bit better.
How nice is it to bounce back, like you say, and then get that first Pac-12 win as you hit on the road?
Yeah, no, it's very important. You certainly, you know, don't want to start, you know, 0 for whether you're home or away. You look at our league right now, and I mean, it's incredibly challenging. And now we got to go on the road for 3 straight, and it's unforgiving in that way. And so you just got to try to stay in the moment the best you can, take them one at a time. And you know, what I told our guys afterwards is we just have to continue to, you know, desperately try to get better in little ways, each and every one of us, in every way we can.
That big run where Jermaine scored, I think, 16 out of 18. It's an 18. It was kind of tight before that. Were you guys, how were you guys kind of feeling the tenseness of the situation? I feel like
I didn't really feel a sense of tenseness. I thought we missed some really good shots early, but once again, I mean, as a coach, you know, you want every shot to go in. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, if you execute and get a good shot and the guy doesn't make it, I mean, what are you going to do? It's not like anyone's trying to miss. And you have nights like that, whatever. Like, you know, John tonight, you know, had open looks and he didn't make them. I mean, okay. But from a coaching standpoint, what irritates you is when you don't execute to get good shots. I mean, it could still be the same result, not scoring, but one, you can I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, I've yet to see a guy try to miss the shot, except on a free throw, and that's when I usually make it.
Have you guys found that guy, like, yeah, with Carrick last year when things aren't going well, who would kind of rally, gather everyone up and, get them going, or is that all that have to come from the bench or the coaching staff at this point?
Yeah, we do not have, Carrick's clone. This team has a very different personality. And I still think we're a work in progress in some of those areas. I do think that as he gets more comfortable and more experience in terms of playing, I think Shaquille is giving us more of what Carrick did last year. I'm not saying he's the same or comparing him, but the void that was created when Carrick left, I think is continuing to be filled as Shaquille improves and gets more comfortable. He's had a really good month. I mean, if you go back to our game at DePaul where he had a double-double, almost without exception, he's been very steady and consistent. And it's not just offensively, but his rebound numbers are up. His defense has been pretty good. In other words, he's usually the guy that's matched up with the opponent's best perimeter player, regardless of position.
And just what about the leadership that Carrick brought in? Found someone?
Yeah, I mean, once again, I think there's not anybody who has duplicated or become Carrick. I think guys are really trying in different ways, given the dynamics of this team and their own personalities. But leadership is something that we continue to, emphasize, stress, and need to get better at it. Sometimes it's not just having one or two leaders, but everybody, contributing in their own ways as leaders, and at the same time as followers. And I think we might have more of that kind of mix going right now than anything else.
Jermaine picked up his third, I think, kind of right before that spurt started. Would you consider it all taking him out for a couple of minutes?
Well, given the fact that I took he and Shaq out in the first half with foul trouble and they went on that spurt, I was going to try not to screw up again.
You ever heard of a guy coming back and playing 8 days after an appendectomy? I think that got
No, we were surprised that he played. Our expectation 8 days after an appendectomy was he wasn't going to be able to play, talking with some of our medical people, but they obviously had a much better feel for his situation than we ever could, but we were surprised. We prepared as if he was not going to play.